And shout out again to all those people who hate my guts, but is sitting in a quiet place listening to my show. You are obsessed and sick, okay? Okay, I'll be right back, and let's get into something else.
Now tuned into the greatest.
This international chart-topping podcast is bringing you discussions and personal commentary on music, entertainment, celebrities, politics, love, health, and happiness. Catch up on missed episodes anywhere you can find a podcast on all platforms: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Odyssey, Audible, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Overcast, Castbox, and many more. You can also catch Talk with Turk on Power 109 Radio every other Sunday. Download the app and tap in. Do you want the tea? Well, simply talk with TURKBISH. Just talk with me.
I spend time and I spend energy and I spend effort and I spend everything I have, every fiber of my being to give people quality.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to an all-new episode of Talk with Turk. The international chart-topping podcast is now on your radio waves here at Power 109 Radio. Once again, shout out to the Power 109 Radio family for this great opportunity. So y'all already know what's going on. We're going to get into some topics right now. I'm not going to keep y'all long. We're going to keep this music rolling. I hope you guys are enjoying every bit of it today. I wanted to put more music in today's episode so that you guys can just chillax on this Sunday and just vibe out. That's all I want for us here. So let's go ahead and talk about some things. Let's get into Lil Uzi Vert right now. Well, recently he just went viral on social media just because he changed his pronouns. He went from he, him to they and them on his Instagram account. And everybody lost it. Everybody started to say on social media, is Uzi trying to finally tell us that he's... But who knows? We can only see. But I don't think changing your pronouns means that you are gay. But hey, you know how people think out here sometimes, especially in the climate that we live in. So Uzi, shout out to you, Lil Uzi. We accept you if you are, if you're not. For just changing your pronouns. Thank you for making it clear to people how you want to be identified. Now, speaking of identification, Chris Brown is under fire after he allegedly canceled his appearance at the Houston benefit concert that a local businesswoman said that she spent $1.1 million to secure. Now, her name is LaJuan Bailey, and she's taking legal action against him now. Now, I hate the fact that we have to keep seeing negative things about Chris Brown in the media. All this man is trying to do is make good music, which he just delivered to us on that Breezy album, gave us a deluxe for, and every time somebody wants to come out with some negative stories about the man, let him live. Let Breezy live. That's all I got to say. Dang, people always want money. People always want to get over on people. Like, they always want to be in the news. And it's just sad. But Chris, if you do owe the money, we know you got it. Give it back. And let's just let this thing be under the bridge, okay? So Kodak Black posts $75,000 bond hours before he is set to perform in Atlanta. He won't go miss that bag right there. So shout out to Kodak Black for finally being out of jail. Now, y'all know I reported last week that he was arrested in Fort Lauderdale at the Florida Highway Patrol found oxycodone pills in his Dodge Durango. Now, we are praying the best for Kodak Black right now. As he was walking out the jail, if you guys go to the Shade Room and watch the video, as he's walking out from the jail, somebody's calling him Flavor Flav, and that sent social media into an uproar. Y'all know they were laughing about it. It was hilarious, but we're glad to see that this black man is out of jail. That's all we care about, right? Speaking of the police in jail, the Memphis police arrested and charged a man who threatened to kill people leaving a Gotti concert. What is going on, y'all, with these acts of terrorism? It's scary, but I'm glad that the police got on it early so that a lot of people's lives would not be lost at this concert. They just wanted to go and have a good time. I said this already. Before you know it, there'll be no concerts. There will be no concerts anymore. So you guys need to learn how to just stop killing people. Simple. We need more gun laws. I'm hating to see this in the world. It's sad. We can't even go anywhere. So shout out to the Memphis police for making sure that everybody was safe. Now y'all know that I'm gonna always bring y'all some tea about public health because that's what I'm in. So public health is my thing. So the World Health Organization holds a second emergency meeting to decide if monkeypox is a global health threat. So you guys that's out there, just make sure that you are wearing your mask. I'm going to continue to wear my mask, even though monkeypox can be transferred and transmitted through direct contact. I still am going to watch where I go, who I touch, and who I'm around, and I'm going to keep my mask on at all times. So you guys be safe out there. At the Chris Brown concert in Raleigh recently, a few people have coming up and have monkeypox. So just scared to see. Let's just be safe out here, guys. Now, speaking of more public health news that everybody's ranting and raving about, did anybody like Skittles growing up or still like the candy Skittles? Well, you might not want to eat them no more because the Skittles manufacturer is sued over claims that the candy contains toxic colorant which can damage vital organs and DNA. We just don't know what we can and cannot eat anymore, y'all. So be safe out there with what you're putting in your bodies, what you're consuming, because we don't know. But speaking of we don't know, the Shade Room posted the lives of Ray J, Pleasure P, Sammy, and Bobby Valentino. Their new group that they're trying to start called RSVP, which is very clever. Now, after last month's Versus battle, people have been speaking about the chemistry between all four of them, and then Sammy has really been pushing the narrative that these men can get together and make good music. So they are trying to reach out to Carlos King, who's the ex-producer of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but he's now on the OWN network and he runs his own shows on Love and Marriage Huntsville. They're wanting Ray J, Pleasure P, Sammy, and Bobby Valentino to be on season 2 of BET's The Encore. So Carlos King said, you guys reach out to me if y'all are serious. Let's get it done. So we may see new music from them. We may see them on TV. And I know y'all hate Ray J on social media, but that man is good for business and he's good for TV. So we can't hate on him. He's always learning how to get a bag. So speaking of a bag of 50 years, Ricky Martin is about to face in prison for domestic abuse claims in relation to alleged sexual relationship with his 21-year-old nephew. Y'all, I don't know what we are seeing in these days now. I don't know if it's retrograde. It can't be retrograde, but all of our favorite artists that we grew up with are now getting in trouble and being exposed for a lot of things that they have done in their past. So I do not know who to believe at this point. It's just so much that's going on. So we just gotta see how that case comes out. Now, he did release a statement and said the protection order entered against me is based on completely false allegations, so I will respond through the judicial process with the facts and the dignity that characterize me. Because it is an ongoing legal matter, I cannot make detailed statements at this time. I'm grateful for the countless message of solidarity, and I receive them with all my heart. So let's just watch and see how this turns out, you guys. Now, Gilly the King says Rick Ross is the captain of the Suckers with Money Association in Instagram clapback. He posted a video and told Rick Ross to leave me the fuck alone This ain't what you want. I represent for the youth, so I refuse to let old niggas play me. Go feed your cow. Now, he had time. He had time for Rick Ross. They had been exchanging words online on social media, and he made some commentary about the rapper on his podcast. And so, looks like Gilly didn't take well to the shots that Rick Ross threw at him, and he responded. So, we'll see how that turns out. Now, last week, y'all know I did report that Drake's team, well, not his team, but social media went in an uproar saying that he was locked up in Sweden, which is where one of the countries that stream my podcast a lot. Shout out to Sweden. His team recently denies that the rapper was arrested, and Drake posted a picture and said, "3 the guys out, the you know." So the message is basically saying that he was not arrested. So shout out to Drizzy Drake. Speaking of Drizzy Drake, once again, his fake Drake impersonation person is trying to do a celebrity boxing match with him. That's crazy. But Lamar Odom is not having it. He's basically saying, hey, I'll take that fight for Drizzy Drake. And they want it to be in October. So he basically told the fake Drake, let's get the contract signed and let's get it done, because we're not going to let you come for Drizzy Drake. We're not gonna let you come for Drizzy Drake. So that's all I have for you guys today, other than the Funny Marco's interview with Orlando Brown that everybody's talking about. They basically are, ranting and raving about him saying that Bow Wow has good punani. I don't know what to believe about that, but Bow Wow does live in Atlanta. It's very interesting. Very interesting. And Orlando Brown is claiming to have had sex with so many people in the industry, especially Nick Cannon, and That's So Raven. But we don't know what to believe. We know this man has had a history of bad mental health as well as drug addiction. So who knows what the mental state of him is right now. So we just have to pray for him, because it's not looking too good for him. But he is funny. That's all I can say about him, I guess. He is hilarious, and it is what it is. But like I said, that's all I have for you guys today. Let's get back into the music. I don't want to prolong this any longer than we have to, but I am glad to be back in the building once again with you guys, just to enjoy with you. And it's only up from here. Y'all can catch me next week as well, around the same time, 5 o'clock p.m. right here, only on Power 109 Radio.
Track after track, we got the hits bumping. That feel good music. Power 109 Radio.